Here we go. Call this council meeting to order. Now, Michelle, would you call the roll, please?
Bruce Stickle.
Present.
Dan Schomer.
Present.
Doug Humphrey.
Present.
Dan Verbeck.
Present.
Jody Lee. Present. Karen Wilson. Present.
Mr. Scott, we'll start us on the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All of you have had copies of the council meeting minutes, September 15th. Are there any additions or corrections?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Second it.
Motion made and seconded to approve those minutes. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Both same sign. Motion carried. Thank you. Administrative report, Steve.
Quite a few things that have gone on, excuse me, this past month. Several of our longer-term projects are capital projects, including the wastewater treatment plant and the connections, the extension on out to Rainbow Ridge subdivision. Those are moving along. We met staff and the two respective engineering firms that are working on the design on those projects in the last 2 weeks, and progressing very well. There are a few minor refinements. The application for the Rainbow Ridge has gone into the Illinois EPA. Consideration will be for funding cycle beginning with July of '26, which would put the project either late in the year of '26 or more likely probably construction during 2027. They're optimistic that although the funding is competitive, that the extension will rate very well because Rainbow Ridge just has one well. They have no redundancy on their system, and they've got problems that Illinois EPA has identified. So that's moving along. I won't say a whole lot about the wastewater treatment plant because I think, Kevin, you're going to touch on that maybe, and is the one that's more knowledgeable than I anyway. But it's going well. We're also talking with some adjoining property owners on those. Not that we have to have that, but there's a couple of property issues that we're trying to clean up as a result of this as well. So progressing.
Good.
Questions on any of those or anything else in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks since our last meeting?
That's been a long time.
3 weeks.
Yeah. Question, anybody? Chief's report? Motion to approve that would be in order.
I'll make that motion to approve it.
I'll second.
Motion made, seconded to approve Steve's report. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you. For the inspection, Rob is here, and Bruce, what do you got to tell us about, Rob?
Yeah, we got a good month. You can see, like, the printout for all the permits there, the number of cases. And so that's a pretty good month going on. We should get another good month in October since that's still good weather to get things done. But I'll turn it over to Rob, see if he's got other things to report on the homes going up and conservancy.
Yep, a little bit better of a September than normal, but the weather was cooperative for most of the month. We did start one new build, one new residence in the conservancy. So that's just got started about 2 weeks ago. So they're rolling. We got the initial site plan and blueprints for the housing project up at Pine View Apartments.
Oh, Pine View.
On that property, so hopefully that'll go to planning next week for their final approval. We'll get started on that soon. There should be wrapping up at least the interior part of the office renovation downtown here at the old Vibrant Credit Union. And then we had 2 new restaurants that opened, got their remodels done. One is a partial CO, which is Anna May's Swedish Bakery and Cafe.
Plan on visiting there.
Yep, they're operating out of the drive-through right now until they finish the seating area up
We are
front.
going to have some seating inside.
Yeah, there'll be some seating area up front, so they are open, and then the Milan Masala Cantina has got their CO and they've opened up.
Now, I understood that was going to be an Indian food restaurant, but a cantina sounds more like Next,
It's an Indian and Mexican combination.
that explains it.
So I haven't been in there to eat
I haven't
yet, so
either.
I don't
Give
know
it a try.
how that combines, but
Yeah.
that's what they describe it as.
Good, good, that's great, yeah. Not a very big place, but hope they do well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, good.
good deal. Bruce, anything more to
No,
add?
yeah, anybody else have anything they want to ask Rob? If not, I'll make a motion to approve Rob, the inspector's report.
Second.
Motion made, second to approve the inspector's report. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. Thank you. I was gonna ask you one thing, how about the buildings over on the,
Cross Malaysia?
where Karen's grandpa lives?
Oh, the apartments.
The apartments, yeah.
Vibrant apartments.
Yeah,
Yes, they're still working on those.
yeah, I see that.
Yeah, they're still, are you talking the new housing
Yeah,
downtown?
yeah.
Yeah, they're still working on their blueprints and their site layout and all that. I haven't got anything from them on that part of it yet.
Yeah,
But like I said, their plan was to get the office space done first.
okay,
So they could kind of operate out of that while the rest was going on.
good, good, okay.
Hopefully coming soon. They've
Yeah.
reached out and had some questions
Good.
on
Good.
codes and stuff, so.
Hope it's a good plan, hope it works for everybody, and we got some nice condos, townhouses, whatever it'll be.
Yep,
Sounds good.
It'll definitely be an improvement
yes,
compared to what it has been.
Yeah, for sure.
for sure.
Okay, thank you, Rob and Bruce.
Yep.
Excuse me, let's go to department head reports. Just who's done who's first, what I got top here? Chief,
Yes, sir.
what's going on with the police department? No, this is, wait a minute,
That's inspections.
these are the. Go ahead, anyway.
Yeah, the numbers and everything are in the packet there.
Yeah,
If you guys got any questions on that. Otherwise, only a couple things that I had. I know I've talked to Gibby a couple different times. The parking up on Hilltop Drive and Hilltop Court.
Yeah,
There's parking allowed on both sides of the street. You start to get in some of those areas, I think it's probably mainly because of how much it curves.
yeah,
Sometimes there's people parked on both sides, it's hard for them to get through, and then you start looking at, heaven forbid there's ever a fire or anything up there, fire trucks. So one thing that I would just kind of toss out to the board would be, consideration, maybe looking at no parking on one side or the other.
there are some regulations about how, Steve, about how big a street has to be to allow parking on both sides, aren't there?
There's some engineering standards, but it's a
Talked about
local
that.
decision whether
Yeah.
what's adopted.
We've had those come up before.
And the cul-de-sacs I know are all no parking, and I talked to you, kind of watch those a little bit more. The only other thing was, and there again, we talked about this, was the ATVs up on the flood control property. I know I had said in the past I was gonna kind of remain neutral on the whole golf cart ATV discussion in town. However, I'm starting to more and more be soured on it. This is something that we have, I mean, I've been here over 25 years, and I think we've always had problems with
Yeah.
ATVs on the streets and on flood control property and everything else, so.
People brought that up from the Conservancy. I've
No,
heard
no one is
about it.
doing anybody any favors to
Sorry.
push for legalization of anything,
I'm,
in my opinion.
sorry.
Just because I have a feeling that it could turn into a free-for-all.
It's always been my concern too.
We always have an issue with them. We try and do as much as we can, but that is still something that's a battle. There are a few in town that ruin it for everybody. They think that I buy an ATV and I can just ride it wherever I want, and that's not the case. But that doesn't stop them, so we're trying to corral that as much as possible.
Okay. The people who brought that up, I have not heard another word from
No,
them.
I haven't either.
After our discussions, they were here a couple of times, and if they drop it, that was for them, that, not all that group, the Conservancy, was in favor of it. I got another letter from an opposing group
Yeah.
saying that they didn't want that, and they didn't think that the reasons for it were valid, so I kind of just let it drop unless somebody wants to bring it up. It's one of those things that If we don't see a need for it, just let
I'm
it
not
go.
for it, but what's the process? Do you give them a moving violation if they don't stop after you've asked them?
Well, without an ordinance in place, there are citations.
So we
to be
need
issued,
an
but-
ordinance.
But yeah, it's usually, what we've been dealing with more than anything is probably up on flood control property, which is, that is an ordinance violation.
Right.
Okay.
The other issue that we have, and this is more with the golf carts and things like that, which would be a violation even if there were an ordinance in place, are the ones that want to continue to have 5 and 6 underage kids hanging off of them, holding babies in their laps while they're driving, things like that, things that are going to, the way I look at it is if there were an ordinance to be in place, it would be the same as driving your car. You're not gonna drive your car holding the baby in your lap.
Get ticketed
At
for
least a right-thinking person should. But, it's just getting to be a little much.
I see it.
Where's the
I
state?
see it in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
How soon can we get an ordinance from staff so that we can get this under control?
The ones that
Well,
are happening
the
now.
ones that are happening now, we can deal
Yeah.
with that.
That's what I thought.
We have ways to deal with those.
Yeah.
It's just that, like I said, I am more and more losing an appetite for
Doing it legally,
Promoting-
making it legal, yeah.
making it legal,
Yeah.
because then I just have the feeling that that's just gonna open the door to more things that, well, these are legal, so now I'm gonna ride my four-wheeler down the street.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride this and that.
But absent an ordinance, you still have the state law, right?
Correct. And that's
So-
what we operate.
That's what you go
under.
by. So,
Yeah, and that's what the residents were told in a area meeting, that it was against the state law for them to be on the road.
Yep,
And,
so if they get picked up, they get picked up.
yeah. Well, they get.
so what's the advantage of having the ordinance? I mean,
In my mind,
if the
there's
state
no-
law says that you can't have that big, that's
So
not
the
a problem.
ordinance would be to allow them. That's what the push was for.
And that's what we want to let drop.
So it
We
won't.
don't want to.
Oh, great.
Right. So
Right.
we just don't do anything and we just
Right.
continue to operate.
That's the key,
With
that's the
state
point.
law.
I'm just ready to let it drop, guys, unless you want something.
I'm not interested.
If they
Yeah.
have a way to
Yeah.
handle it now with the
Yeah.
state law, we let it go with that.
Does that automatically affect us, or do you have to adopt the state law?
Nope.
No, it's there.
That's there already.
Is, should we
okay.
post something to remind?
I don't know if it's
People.
really good.
My recommendation is just, it's not an issue right now, state law covers it.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Have you had a lot of complaints on the two-wheeled bicycles and stuff that have motors on them? I've been seeing more and more of them
Yeah.
blowing through the stop sign there. And
It's an easy
Yeah.
bicycle.
Offhand, other than the one that ran into my squad car, I haven't had a lot of complaints on that. Which
get the
he
ticket on
did,
that.
that's what happened there, is he was driving the wrong way and disregarded a red light.
Yeah,
But again, bicycles are under the same rules as car
But
traffic.
yes, and that's
Stop
the thing,
signs
they
where they are
have
on the road,
to
so
go with the flow of traffic,
It's
they have
covered.
to obey all the stop.
if they need to be arrested, they need to be arrested. I know there, we got a couple motorcycles in our neighborhood
Yeah.
that make noise, even late at night, and they, but they're motorcycles, I mean, that's,
yeah.
that's a bicycle.
Well, now we're growing into mini bikes.
Yeah.
And three-wheelers, four-wheelers. I mean, there's up and down my alley, up and down 4th Street.
Yep.
And I just
Yeah.
kind of shake my head,
So I'm gonna have to suck it up and just
Yeah.
let it flow.
I also heard that there's a complaint about them up on Bruce Avenue.
Yeah, that's right. There is, have you heard of it?
Yes, I've
There's
seen
a-
that. I've actually
Yeah.
seen them.
Yeah,
There's
so,
one guy, I stopped him one day, and he had some excuse for doing it. Anyway, that was dumb for me to do it,
Yeah.
but I waved him, flagged him down. He's just there to make noise. And
Yeah.
I can live with it, I guess, but I
Yep.
think you got it under control, Chris.
So that's it.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, let's go to Kevin.
Yeah, I've got a couple things here. Steve mentioned the wastewater project. We're actually at 90% design, and they're looking at hopefully going out for bid later this year, I believe, if possible. Construction starting early spring. So things are moving along there.
Good.
We had to flush some hydrants today. I don't know if you guys have heard of the ISO, it's a survey
Yeah.
that's done. We're in the process of doing that with the fire department, and I believe the police is involved with that too, or QCOM. It's an organization that comes in and studies each of the departments and our response, and they come up with an insurance rating for communities. And so today we had to go out and flush the hydrants and get some flow testing done. So, but on top of that, I want to add that October 15th, we are going to start flushing the hydrants.
Okay.
For the season, we'll start up at Camden Park and work our way down. Today, I know because of the way we had to flush those, it probably stirred things up a little bit. So I just want to let people know what's going on. I did have Dale Spencer, who was my assistant for 6 years, I believe. He came up and wanted to step down. And so we went through that, and I accepted Nate
Okay.
as my assistant. So he started, actually last Friday was his official start with that. So that works good. He's got his licenses and certificates from the EPA, so.
He's worked hard to get his licenses and get ready, prepared for
And
it.
he's very knowledgeable on the process and the plan, so I'm real happy for that.
Good.
One thing that I missed getting on the agenda, we have one of our new trucks, we want to put a toolbox topper on it. So there should be a memo in there just explaining that. So I wanted to give you guys a look at that, let you know that we want to move forward with that. So other than that, I think I did everything.
Okay.
Any questions?
Kevin, can you please ask administration staff to post something on Facebook before you guys start
Yeah,
flushing?
We usually do that, don't we? I thought we always did.
Yes.
And I'll maybe talk to Jeannie.
That would be fantastic.
Thank you.
The bed toolbox, not on the agenda. How do you want to handle that? Should we wait till next time to approve it?
We can do that, I just
You're
want.
not in any big rush, okay. Let's have that put on the agenda for next time. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll confirm that the price will be all right.
Good, sounds good. Okay, thanks, Kevin. Steve, how you doing?
Aside from, everything we do monthly, we did get, we patched all the holes for the heat treatment cycle, which they have completed, everything that we patched, so they are done. Microservicing will take place the week of the 22nd, weather permitting, of course.
Yeah.
The ski lodge now is 95% complete, they're just waiting on the covers to go over the windows for the bars, basically, they've got custom-made things to go over the windows to. keep
Which ones?
people-
I missed the first part.
The ski lodge.
Oh, ski lodge, okay.
All the construction, all the, whatever you want to talk, carpentry stuff is all done, the steel's up. They're just, they wanted to wait to make those until they knew where the ribs of the steel were gonna fall, so we could hit inside the, instead of being on the rib. So
Okay.
that will be complete this week. West Park fence now is totally completed.
Looks good, too.
And, yeah, and we've been working on East Fifth Street.
Yeah,
So we're about to, we started at Fourth Avenue, and we're a little bit past Third Avenue.
the streets are looking good. Had people comment about those, but, ones that could.
Yeah, it went pretty quick. They were expecting not to be done till the 5th of October, but they ended up getting done on Friday.
Really?
So.
They look good. Okay. Good.
Will you be having to move, vacate your lot at the end, the far end, on the other side of the sewage treatment plant for you're gonna have to vacate that for the sewage treatment plant, right? No?
Portion of it.
Is that something you'll start phasing in pretty soon, or?
Yeah,
I'm just-
hopefully, we're still waiting to hear back about that little lot behind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have, depending on what happens there, we'll we'll have to figure something out.
Will that interfere with what's going on in the spring, Kevin? I mean,
I don't know how quickly they'll move in that area.
Okay.
I would say probably by mid to late summer, we might be having to look at that pretty soon.
Okay.
okay, thank you.
Plenty of time to work on that then, okay.
If we don't have a harbor, then we'll probably start on it, start cleaning it up and
Yeah.
get stuff moved.
Good.
We still are gonna have use of the, from the map, the last map that I got, nothing's changed from location of the building. Still will have pretty good area by the haunted house, but we've got a lot of stuff. down
The old
there, so-
ones.
Yeah, it'll take some maneuvering.
Thank you.
Questions, anybody? Any of the department heads?
Dwayne, Sean Johnson's on vacation,
Oh.
but he did contact me over the weekend. Blackhawk Fire Chief Greg Marty is asking if he can have council approval to hold a Fill the Booth event at West 4th Street and 10th Avenue, donations for people in their vehicles. So they actually would be out in the street. They've done it a few times in the past.
It's been a while since they've done it.
It's been a while. I've not heard any complaints or any issues from it. Certainly would be interested in what the council and the police department think about it.
You been having a problem with doing that? They've always just stayed safe with it. I think other towns still do it. I think they do. I've seen some, not recently. Would anybody have a problem with that?
What are they doing it for?
Raise money, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just for the
The
fire
message I
department.
had did not say how the fire department would use the funds.
Didn't it used to be for
MDA,
MDA?
yeah. I got a problem for them personally.
What?
I got a problem with it if they're using it for them guys personally.
All for their own personal use.
Yeah.
Where the money's going, you
Yeah,
mean?
if it's
Yeah.
for muscular dystrophy,
Yeah.
that's
what-
fine.
that's what it-
Why, if it's just for the department to use, that's a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
Well, I think we need clarification.
What do they want to do,
on that.
Steve?
Saturday.
This Saturday. So we either decide tonight or one way or another.
Well, yeah, I would think they're using it to buy equipment or something, you know.
We could,
But I think all we need to do is clarify what the use is, and then Steve can go from there, I think, on that.
I don't really want to turn down, but I think you're right. We need to make sure that it's being used for
Yeah, see what it's being used for.
a charitable purpose, I guess. I'm not sure.
But the
What's your-
chicken fries are a big fundraiser.
They're not,
For, does that go for
they're
equipment?
not having that.
They
They
did
didn't
away
have
with
it.
it.
They didn't have this year?
No, because it would have been in June.
Oh, okay.
Just like this MDA should have been Labor Day weekend.
Oh.
If it
Well,
was
I mean, they
MDA.
did the photo, I mean, they did the photo, so, I mean, if it's gonna keep the rate, I mean, if it even postpones any rate increase for them for any period of time at all, I mean, I don't see the difference between the boot and the photos, or the chicken fry for that matter, even whether they do it or not.
So what are you saying?
I don't think it makes any difference,
What the
if
money's
it-
for?
Yeah, I mean, you know, how can we say this is okay and this is not? If it's all a fundraiser.
We're assuming it'll be a good.
Clearly, you have to know what they're using the money for. If they're using it for equipment and stuff like that, that's no different than them doing the photographs or the chicken fry or whatever
I
it
think
is.
it's
that
awful
they're-
funny that they didn't spell it out, though.
Well, I'm just saying, they
You know
need
what I
to
mean?
clear, yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't they say what the money was gonna be going for?
I made anything about it.
Oh, come on.
We could tentatively approve it, and Steve can find out tomorrow what it's going to be used for and text us. That's not a good way to do business, I know, but I have no problem with it, because I know before it's always been used for charity. You know, for some kind of purpose. I don't know whether it's for,
Well, because your people driving up and down Fourth Street, you know, that's kind of a nuisance to them. But if they do it for an organization, it's different. But if people find out that they're doing it for themselves, that might be,
They've done away with their other entity, it's not for any charity, so I assume it's for the district, because they need money.
money for the district,
Yeah.
if they're buying equipment with it. What's your pleasure? I don't really care, one way or another, Steve, it was
I
asked.
mean, they clearly said for the photographs that was going toward equipment, correct, Karen?
Yeah, have notices got sent out in the mail about the photographs.
Yeah, but it did say it was for equipment, right?
Yes.
That was my
Yes.
understanding.
Okay. Well, that's good enough then. Agree, just for equipment?
Yeah, if it has a purpose for equipment, you know, I don't have a problem with that either.
And you want to make a motion so we can move on one way or another?
Well, and it's not an agenda item, but it did come up and, you know, if there's a consensus,
Yeah.
probably, or.
Feelings about it? Dan? No? Karen?
I say no until we find out what's up.
Bruce?
I just
Yeah,
tried to
I-
message him.
I agree that we need to know what the purpose is for. If it's for equipment, I don't have trouble with it. But I don't want to okay something and not know what it's for and then get a backlash because we okay something
So
that
the
wasn't supposed to be done.
Consensus probably would be that if it's for equipment, it's okay?
Yeah, that's for me, yeah.
Other than that, okay. Okay, tell them that, Steve.
Yep.
Hope nobody gets hit.
And I'll let everybody know.
Yeah, just send out
what
a
I
big
get
email
back.
what
Yeah.
they're saying. I'm assuming it's for equipment, I guess. They have done it before for MD, muscular dystrophy before, but that's apparently later for that.
Well, that's because that's what that MDA project was called. It's
On
Fill the
Labor-
Booth.
It was Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, it was called Fill the Booth.
Yeah. Okay, Steve, let us know when you
Yeah.
find out, all right. Let's, okay, let's move on then. We got everybody?
I'll make a motion to approve the department head's reports.
Second.
Second, motion made and seconded, approval of the reports, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. Thank you. Bills, Doug.
Thank you, Steve, for getting everybody riled up.
That's right, man.
Appreciate that. The regular bills for this time, we have a change. I was in this morning and there were 4 items that needed to be reworked, and there was a little problem with some daycare issues today, so we weren't able to get it updated. Some serious problems, so we weren't able to get it updated. The regular payables are $410,295.71. Vice, the amount you have of, it's roughly $317.72 different. The miscellaneous bills are in the amount of $48,132.79. That's broken out into $1,252.98 for miscellaneous Visa and $46,879.81 for the Dodge Ram. That's for sewer and water. So that makes up the $48,132.79 for a total of $458,428.50. The top 5 bills are, there they are, Strand Associates for the sewer treatment plant, Monroe Truck Equipment for the box on the dump truck. So now we have a whole truck. All right. Did I say it's $78,129. Strand is $89,600. Taser International, Officer Safety Plan. Chris, do you have, that has something to do with the
So it's the tasers,
And-
body cams, squad cams, and the storage for all the video.
okay, real good. And then Tyler Tech, that's $41,726.34. Tyler Technologies, that's the software that drives everything in this building, on the admin side. That's $40,060.06. And number 5 is the Mid-American Energy Gas and Electric at $18,329.56. Are there any others that anyone has any questions on?
Community request,
Yeah.
Taser International.
Yeah, Chris, could you explain that? It's listed, the remark is community request. It's Taser International.
So that is a tab, I guess is the best label for it, under our video storage, that we can have people submit videos to us that then become evidence.
Oh,
If,
cool.
say we have a, a burglary from a house, and the officers are out looking for Ring doorbell cameras, a couple people have Ring doorbell cameras, we give them a link, either by text or email, they can send us that video, and it goes straight into our evidence.com, and it's made part of the case.
Oh, great,
So
okay.
It's the easiest way for us to gather that type of evidence.
Okay, the economic development group, there's 3 bills on there for that. That has to do with all the TIFs, and that's the company down in Bloomington. I think, well, we voted on the 12,000 for the fence, so that's on there. I think that was really, unless there's another one that is on there that anybody has any question on. Otherwise, I would make a motion that we pay our bills this period in the amount of $458,428.50.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to approve payment of the bills for the period. Any other comments or questions?
I do have an update from Chief Marty that
Okay.
he will be sending an email to me shortly. He said it is for muscular dystrophy.
Okay. Well, that one's okay with everybody, right? They're just doing it late, okay? So we'll have a consensus on that. Can I assume that to be true?
Well, let's finish the one and then we'll
What?
go to the other.
Yeah, thank you for that. That makes a big difference. Yeah, so I have a motion and.
And second.
Oh, wait a minute, second.
Right, the motion's on the bills first,
Yep.
okay?
Dan Schomer,
Yes.
Doug Humphrey,
Yes.
Dan Verbeck,
Yes.
Jody Lee,
Yes?
Karen Wilson.
Yes.
Bruce Dickel.
Yes.
Motion carried, we can pay the bills. Now, as to the other question, am I correct that if the consensus is that it's for muscular dystrophy, it's okay for the firemen to do the
It's okay with me, yeah.
Okay, all right, we'll do that, Steve.
Yep.
Consideration of approval, this is Steve's thing, for bid for crack sealing on West Fourth, not to exceed $6,000 from Brandt Construction. Steve, you want to elaborate on it any?
Yeah, basically, we've got some hairline cracks from all the construction we did. It happens, it's on the road.
Yeah.
I just want to stay up with it. And our crack machine currently is not in operation. So
No.
I want to get it done before the weather got too cold.
Good, maybe it's never rain again. I've got cracks in my driveway I'm kind of worried about, but they got to be sealed at some point, so that's another job. So, okay.
I
so
got 3 bids, Brent came in the lowest.
That's the bids, it's been bid properly, okay?
They actually came in a little bit lower, but if they see some kind of hairline or something like that developing,
Yeah.
we'll just put a little extra in there for the one we mentioned.
Okay, comments, questions, motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept the bid from Brandt for $6,000 for crack sealing on 4th Street West.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Spending that money, we better do a roll call.
Doug Humphrey,
Yes.
Dan Verbeck,
Yeah.
Jody Lee,
Yes?
Karen Wilson.
Yes.
Bruce Dickel.
Yes.
Dan Schomer.
Yes.
Motion carried. We can get that done. Item 9 is consideration of approval for purchase of a used double drum roller from United Rentals for $11,383. I see that one of the bills was for rental of a roller, right, Steve?
Yep, so basically we rented it, we were looking at new, for the cost of the new with the hours that were on this one, and we rented it for a month just to try it out. And basically, when we did that, they took we've already paid the rental, but they took that off the purchase price, so that's the purchase price after
sure.
11. So
What's the-
basically, we used it for the month for nothing, but we did find a couple things that needed fixed, a couple hydraulic hoses, so currently it's there and they're fixing all that.
What's the double drum, that front, back?
It's got 2 drums on it, pivots in the middle, it's an articulating one. Ours is, the one we have now is probably in the 70s, and it's a pull behind the truck. It's, the sprocket's
I can't lose my
attached to
car.
the drum, and the sprocket's so wore that when you get into something heavy, it just spins the and then the head gaskets are going out. So finding parts for it is pretty much impossible. We almost have to have them made.
The question I have, is that something you're gonna use a lot that would justify you buying a used one versus you only use it occasionally, or?
We don't use it near as much, but we do use it when we're Durapatching as well. But after water main breaks, it'd be nice to have one that we could use, that we could actually do it on the hot,
Yeah.
use it on hot patch.
Yeah, so
Is
it's
that-
not, yeah, so it's not really something you're gonna use just when you're doing blacktop and a hot patch. You got other, many more usage you can use it.
Yeah.
Does that include a trailer as well?
That's just the roller.
Oh, okay.
And I got a price from them and two other people for new, and basically, they're all up around the 24,000, 25,000.
Okay, what do you want to do with this item?
Before I forget, related to them, and whenever you do it, you work over there with that rental company, could you ask them to write down on your bill what it is you rented? Because it just says you paid the bill, there's no dollar amount, there's no descriptive
Of what they rent.
of what you rented, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess from what I was told, that they frequently do that, so.
So is the price 11,383 on top?
That's minus the rental, so that's what we paid to purchase it today.
Oh, so the 11,000 is what you'd pay today?
Yes.
I got you, okay.
Yep.
Okay,
I make a motion and we purchase it for them. We gotta get up with the times on this equipment.
Yeah, well-
We got 1970 equipment.
I'll second.
that's pretty old, you're right. Is there a second? Oh,
Karen.
Karen did?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't hear. Okay, motion's made and seconded to do this purchase. Any other comments? Michelle, roll call, please.
Dan Verbeck.
Yeah.
Jody Lee.
Yes.
Karen Wilson.
Yes.
Bruce Stickles.
Yes.
Dan Schomer.
Yes.
Bud Humphrey.
Motion carried. Item 10, consideration approval for the purchase of a used compressor from United Rentals in the amount of $15,521. Tell us about this one, Steve.
Again, we're actually renting it right now. We're using it on Fifth Street. We have multiple purposes for it. Obviously, it does the drilling for us, and we can use it to break concrete out, that kind of thing. Blowing out the cracks when we seal them, that kind of thing. It's not used all the time, but like it's kind of the same aspect as the roller. It's about 40 years old. And just to kind of upgrade, that doesn't have, it's not a lot of hours. It's got a John Deere motor in it, so 800 hours isn't that many hours on a diesel. So
On this new one you're talking about?
yeah, yeah. And there again, I got three prices for new, didn't find too many used ones around except for that. I actually had to go to Iowa City to look at it. We've been using it this last 2 weeks and it's worked well.
How old do you say your one you had now?
It's an 81.
81.
Questions, comments?
No. You gotta have good equipment to do the job, you know?
I agree.
It's
We
something
had a lot
that-
of issues with our
Yeah.
old one when we were doing the patching on 4th Street. We were pretty much fixing it more than we were using it.
Is this a used, but Kevin, you use it too sometimes? for
We've used it
patches?
occasionally, and the other one, you're right, you could never trust it.
Is that right?
It was hard starting, still hard starting. Yeah, just upgrading so we don't have to worry about it running.
Okay.
Is that something you feel you need now, or could it wait till spring?
While we're using it now, we'll use it until we're done at Fifth Street.
Because the outdoor season's soon gonna be coming to an end.
It's coming.
Well, the way the weather's been, it might go on all winter.
Well,
It
unless,
might, never know.
unless he has a water main break, and now, I know, I'm not saying a word.
Wow.
I had to put it out there.
Thanks.
But anyway, I've used the backhoe and hammered on concrete to break that up, but then this compressor does the same thing. So I mean, But their answer to how often we use it, if there's a break like that, you're gonna use it in the winter a lot too. Hopefully not, but I mean, that's another reason why it would be not sitting on the shelf.
These items been budgeted for, Steve?
Yes,
And-
yes,
yeah.
both items were in there, in the budget, all three, actually, the trailer too, were in my budget. It just, we had more money in there for them, but when I found these, it's like they're not used all the time, and it's like, why spend that much money just to have it?
You get a bargain, you get a bargain.
Find a good used one
Yeah.
for
Right.
basically half the price.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate about having good equipment to do the job, so.
How much does a new one run?
A new compressor, depends on where you buy it, 29,000, 25,000, they're right around that area,
Double.
depending on where you go.
That could be a bargain. Okay, what's your pleasure, council?
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of a new compressor for $11,383.
Second.
No,
Wrong price,
Huh?
Wrong price.
wrong
this is
price.
number 10, 15,000, Bruce.
Yeah.
You're looking at the purchase of
Oh, I'm
the
looking
roller.
at the drum roll, I'm sorry.
15,521.
15, okay, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong one, I'm sorry. I make most to approve the purchase of the compressor for $15,521.
I'll second.
Okay, motion made, second to make that purchase. Any other comment? Roll call, please, again, Michelle.
Jody Lee. Yes. Karen Wilson.
Yes.
Bruce Stickle.
Yes.
Dan Schomer.
Yes.
Doug Humphrey.
Yes.
Dan Verbeck.
Yeah.
Motion carried. And one more. Steve, tell us about the tilt trailer.
The tilt trailer is so that we can carry the roller around. The current roller we have has its own hydraulic system with wheels on it. They're obsolete now, so we went with double drum roller so we can get vibrating on it. And this would be to carry the roller, but also it's heavy enough that we can carry skid steer around with attachments and all that stuff. So we multiple purposes. This actually is kind of basically from the factory. It is the cheapest and it's the widest, so.
And you can ride on it in the crate.
Yeah, right. So
Is
you-
that-
this
is
is
that
the one
also-
that comes from a rental place too. right?
No,
No.
this is from Texas Pride.
Well, yeah.
Is that also in your budget?
Yes. And believe it or not, he's still under budget on all this because it was priced out in the budget as new equipment, and with you being able to come in, from United Rental with some used equipment, he's
This is actually
still
under
considerably
what we
under
budgeted
his
for.
budget.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your pleasure?
I make a motion that we approve the 12,695 for the Texas Parade trailer.
Second.
That's what they call it.
Motion made and seconded to make this purchase. Last one you get tonight, Steve. Any other discussion? Hearing none. Michelle, can we have a roll call, please?
Karen Wilson.
Yes.
Bruce Stickle.
Yes.
Dan Schomer.
Yes.
Doug Humphrey.
Yes.
Dan Verbeck.
Yes.
Jody Lee.
Yes.
Motion carried. We've made a lot of purchases. Should be getting our equipment in pretty good shape, I think. So, hope so. But we use it a lot, doing good projects. Okay, item number 13?
12.
Consideration of approval of ordinance 1807 to establish the interested parties registry for TIF 5. Steve, tell us about this.
12 and 13 kind of go together. 12 and interested parties is one of the steps required by state statute in the creation of tax increment financing district. It requires us to send out certain notifications both in creating a TIF district, but also in maintaining it over the years. And so some of those go out to like other taxing bodies, or in cases of some amendments to the TIF district, to adjoining property owners, those kinds of things. But the interested parties registry is exactly what it sounds like. Somebody can go and go on the record for wanting to receive any of the publications that go out. Yeah, it's a formality, but it's a statutory requirement, and it's just good public policy.
Okay.
These are the maps they would send you in the mail if they're close to something that's being.
Well, I think
Something
you're
like
thinking
that.
of one like the zoning, but it's a
Yeah.
similar kind of an idea, and that is anybody that's kind of wanting to keep track of it and stay up to date, this is the mailing list that they would be on.
Okay, any problems with that? Anybody? Simple ordinance to do that? Okay, would there be a motion to?
I make a motion that we approve, that we approve ordinance 1807 to establish the interested parties registry for the TIF 5.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve that ordinance. Any other discussion? Hearing none. Michelle, would you call the roll, please?
Bruce Stickle.
Yes.
Dan Schomer.
Yes.
Doug Humphrey.
Yes.
Dan Verbeck.
Yes.
Jody Lee.
Yes.
Karen Wilson.
Yes.
Motion carried. That ordinance is established. Item 13, consideration approval for resolution 25-3 for the TIF 5 Public Redevelopment Project. This is the one we've been talking about for a little while. So Steve, you want to tell us any more about it?
Yeah, it's, again, just kind of a little bit of, I don't want to say busy work, but it is red tape. It's the process by which we step through for the creation of tax increment financing district. It's very preliminary in that we have not yet defined the area that will be included in it, but it is the next step in the process.
Okay. This is a resolution for the next step in this TIF.
Yes, yeah.
District.
This is basically the board going on record to take the next step, to green light it. You still have plenty of opportunity to review, to take public comment, and well as a final action. But that will be at least late in December and possibly after the first of the year, before all the hoops can be negotiated.
Okay, questions, anybody? Another step in some redevelopment. Michelle, do we have a motion? I'm sorry.
I'll make a motion. Second.
There's a second. Motion made and seconded to approve resolution 25-3. Call the roll, please, Michelle.
Dan Schomer.
Yes.
Doug Humphrey.
Yes.
Dan Verbeck.
Yes.
Jody Lee.
Yes.
Karen Wilson.
Yes.
Bruce Stickle.
Yes.
Motion carried. That resolution is passed. Okay, let's move on to item 14, committee reports. Dan, anything to bring up?
No.
Karen? Bruce?
None here.
Dan?
I'm looking to set up a meeting for the park board on, I think it's November 10th at 5 PM, because I was gonna do it October 27th, and I just found out that's our trunk or treat here. So we won't be able to do
Trunk or
it,
treat.
or whatever they call it,
Yeah.
out here. So we won't be able to do it that night, so November 10th at 5 PM, I'm looking for a board meeting. We can get the information out on that.
5 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay. Good enough. Anything else, Dan?
No.
We gotta have the notification, of course, on,
48 hours, yeah.
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 They'll take care of it. Michelle, probably you take care of those. Okay. Anything else?
No.
No? Okay. Doug?
No.
Steve, anything more to bring up? Okay. Time for citizens' opportunity to address the village board. I got some names over there. Glasses. Melissa
Greenwood.
Greenwood?
And Ben Langer is also a part of this. We were wondering,
Would you come up here so we can hear better, please? Okay, Melissa.
so we were with the Funson Mavericks. Ben Langer is our head coach. We were here inquiring the future of Dixon Park. Being a Milan resident that grew up there and been playing there, we're a non-traditional hybrid travel team where our kids still play Little League. We support Little League. Our kids represented 4 Little Leagues in the area: Milan, Rock Island Milan, Moline, Davenport, and Oregon. But what it was a group of kids and coaches that wanted to continue to play baseball beyond what the Little League schedule allowed, but did not want the expense and the full-blown travel ball.
Can be expensive, I know.
Very much so. I mean, we didn't want to, our fees are affordable to where a normal family can, give their kids an opportunity to compete at that level.
And you're talking about using
So-
Dixon Park? did
Yeah,
you say?
so I grew up on East 7th Street, right down the street from Mr. Matter and Dan, where Dan lives, and I remember going there watching the big kids play baseball, and
I
that's where
used-
my love.
I used to play there. I was a
Yeah,
little
right.
kid.
Ben was playing Legion ball there, correct?
I did, played some high
Yeah.
school ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sophomore year.
I hate to see that park not used.
And that's the same with us. And so we don't have really an affiliation with like, because we represent all of the Quad Cities, we're looking at this as a larger level. If we, as a district, because if we don't change the mentality and the thought of travel ball, our little leagues are gonna unfold. And we are big, huge supporters in that.
What age groups do you?
We have 13U is our current age. This year we are expanding with 11U, 10U, and an 8U team. So we're looking for long-term because our 13U2 is our original team that we started with.
Where are you based, Debbie? Based?
Go ahead, Ben. We had to deal with like, go ahead.
No, we started down with Moline Little League. So we have good partnership with Moline Little League. We've outgrown those fields. We could have potentially looked to play down at Green Valley Fields, but I kind of like old school and knew this was sitting empty.
I should tell you, before we get too far, we've got, Dan's going to have a park committee meeting about this. We do have some plans, working on plans to do something with Dixon Park that may not include a baseball field. So I think what I'd like to do is maybe, Dan, if it's okay with you, turn this over to the park committee and see what everybody feels. I don't know that we want to say no because we don't know whether the new plans will include a ball diamond or not, but isn't that what most likely it's going to be?
That's correct.
The ballpark may not even be there, so.
Yeah, what I would suggest too is you might want to touch bases with Steve because there might be problems with the lights. There may or may not be problems with the lights. There may or may not be problems with the restroom.
There ain't no lights.
And so I think it would be important that you understand what the current, I mean, we all have pleasant memories down there, but pleasant memories are not what's down there right now.
Right,
So,
and we're okay.
as long as you go into it wide-eyed and he's able to, I would recommend that.
Yeah, we're 3 minutes are up. We have to see what's going to happen with the park, and it's probably going to not have a ball diamond there. I don't know about the others that are around that are big enough for your kids. I don't know what size parks you need.
We need a 54-60, is that what? So Dan and I served the Rock Island Little League Board together. So we've been talking about it. We need a 54-60 field for 13U. 11, 10, 8, Rock Island did offer their juniors field up there, but it's too big of a field for these kids for this year. So there is potential maybe the younger kids,
They've got, over on 4th Street, they've got one pretty good sized park that should take care of the bigger kids, shouldn't it? That works out.
Yeah, that's a 60-90 mound.
It's too big for
It's too
their
big
age
for
bracket.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually coached up there this last year, so.
Yeah.
But if maybe we could get them to maybe do a portable mound, that could be an option.
Okay. I would suggest maybe explore that option because
Okay.
Dixon most, like I say, right now, the plans are to
Right.
do something else with that park. Unfortunately, it's not big enough for the really big kids. The fences are too short there, but, so anyway, I'm gonna, Dan, comment, anything to say with it?
Just the November 10th at 5 o'clock, if you guys are available, that's when we can bring all this out. And then, I should know by then also, we're having some of the drawings made.
Okay.
So I'm meeting with them and then that'll give us a lot better ground on where we're standing.
Sure. Good point. Come in and talk about it more. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Is that here, Dan?
It'll be here.
Okay.
Right here in this room. Yep.
Thank you much, guys.
Thank
Appreciate you
you.
coming in and asking about it, okay? Anybody else on the list? Right? Just the one, okay. Maybe reports, okay, citizens. Before we go into closed session, I'm going to make a statement. I'm going to be tentatively retiring, stopping, I won't be mayor anymore after about November 3rd. That's the tentative plan right now, and I've let a lot of people know, I think all of you guys I've talked to briefly about it. I've got some health problems, I've got some other issues that I need to deal with, plus I'm 82 years old, and I'm getting to the point where I should have a big gray beard. And anyway, so I'm going to be retiring. We'll start the process at the next meeting. We'll go through the steps to replace the mayor's position, which will be part of this board action. And I will tentatively at least be leaving November 3rd. Okay, so I just want everybody to know that's my plan down the road. I've been thinking about it for a long time. A lot of you have known that for a while, that was my plan. I hate to leave, but that's just the way it's got to be. It's for my health purposes and a lot of other kinds of things too. So just informational about that. So, okay, we are going to, see, do we need to keep the meeting open? There won't be any action.
There will not be, but we will come out. We have to adjourn in the session. So
We used to be able to do it in closed session.
there is no agenda item for any action to be taken once we come back. People are welcome to stay, but there's nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, so we will go into closed session, and we will come back and adjourn at that point without any action being taken. Okay? Everybody understand?
Thanks.
So, a motion to go into closed session.
I'll make a motion to go in closed session.
For
We have to do it
for the purposes of potential or imminent legal action.
Okay,
Potential.
motion made and seconded to go into closed session
Can we shut these off then?
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
in a minute.
Thank you, guys.
All in
Appreciate it.
favor of going into closed session? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. Thank you. We'll be back in session in a while.